Hi everyone, and welcome to Okay Seriously with Natasha, a show specifically created to be an open platform where anything goes. I am your host, Natasha Jameson. This is my passion, and I hope that I inspire you to live your own. I am excited to be speaking with my special guest today, entrepreneur and investor Kim Santos. We are talking about making our money work and grow for us during a pandemic by learning a skill that will pay us for life. I am sure we are all thinking, show me the money, honey. Kimmy, I believe we just got their attention.
I think so too.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolute pleasure. Investing is a hot topic of interest with everyone that has an intention of creating and building a more abundant future. You are here to help us inspire us, motivate us with your experience, and to encourage us to walk through that world fearlessly, investing at any age with limited funds and at our own comfort level. Never fear, Kimmy is here. Well, there might be a little bit of fear involved, but Kimmy's here anyways. Welcome. I'm so excited to have you on.
I'm excited to be here.
I am really inspired by you.
Thanks.
I've got to tell you, let's begin with the fact that you're an entrepreneur at 20 and an investor at 20. What?
Yeah, 20 years old.
What? How does that even happen? I want to be Kimmy when I grow up. That's
Well, it started when I was 17, actually.
Ooh, excuse me,
17 years old. I was working at Canada's Wonderland.
Yes.
And I was working 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week. And I just realized I couldn't do it anymore. I was working crazy hours. Yeah. And I was working minimum wage. And I was like, I can't work this my whole entire life. There has to be another way that I can make money by not working these crazy hours. So I just kept thinking of different ways that I could make money.
Do you know how brilliant you are? Because most people, even at my age, won't even consider those kinds of thoughts until much later. Yeah. You at 20, you're like, you know what? 17. You're like, I'm not doing this. This is not going to work for me for life. I need to, think outside the box, so to speak. So what was your first experience like in investing, and how did you get the financial resources to back that up? Because you need to have some backing.
Yeah. So I actually, going into trading or investing or anything, I had no experience whatsoever. I wasn't good at math. I didn't know anything about saving money. My saving money was me taking something out of my paycheck and just saying, okay, I'm not going to spend that.
Okay.
So when I was 17, my friend actually introduced me to a platform called Forex. Mm-hmm. Which was making money on my phone. So obviously, being a millennial, you're like, okay, on your phone, I'm on my phone every day. Yeah.
So you have to explain what Forex is.
Yeah, I'll explain that.
Yes.
But yeah, so Forex is actually the biggest financial market. Mm-hmm. It circulates global currency 24 hours a day. Mm-hmm. And so this platform was basically making money on your phone, and you would get alerts, and you would just copy and paste it, put it in, and the market would do it for you. But because I was so busy, I decided not to do it for too long. So then I stopped doing it for a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, and then I got into other things with investing.
And what is that? For more long-term goals? This is more short-term?
Yeah, so this was short-term. I stopped for a bit. And then when I was 18, I think I was 18 or 19, I got into a TFSA account.
Okay.
Because my mom was like, oh, get a TFSA account. She just told me, didn't know what it was. I was like, okay, sure. Yeah. So I just did it, made a pre-authorized payment. I was like, as long as I don't have to see it, I don't have to remember to put money in my account, I'll do it. Yeah. So I just did it just so my mom would stop telling me. Oh. I was like, okay, I'll just do it, not knowing what it was going to be at all. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And then, I just went from there.
Yeah, absolutely. What would you say is the very first step that you need to take as an investor? The very first minimal step? Because let's just face it, this is about encouraging and inspiring people. Because there's people that are very, very high level of investments and financial backgrounds. We're just trying to get people to think outside the box, because look at what's happening in the world right now. Yeah. What is the very first thing that you would suggest to our viewers that they need to do?
I would say,
me. Tell me what to do. I want to know.
I would say keep an open mind.
Okay.
And honestly, take a risk. It doesn't have to be a big risk. It doesn't have to be your whole bank account putting into something. I would say the smallest $20, $10.
So save your money.
Save your money.
Save some money.
And just take the smallest risk that you could and just see how it could actually change.
And put it in something where you're not kind of aware of it, you're not even noticing that it's actually
exactly
increasing.
Yeah.
With the time. What is the learning curve from that Forex experience, and how did it change your strategy for investing?
So the learning curve would probably be time management because I am really busy. I was working part-time. I started my own lash business. I'm also in school. So
what are you studying?
I'm studying interdisciplinary social sciences.
Right. Good.
So I was just didn't really have that much time to be always checking my phone. So I got more into something that's long-term, like stocks and putting stuff into different investment accounts and then not looking at them for like years and years and years and then just looking at it eventually and being like, oh, my money grew.
Yeah. But you have to kind of go into that with a mindset that as it's more risk.
Yeah.
It could fluctuate. You got to ride the wave, right?
You just got to ride the wave.
You can't panic.
No, you can't panic.
You can't panic. You can't pull all your money out.
Exactly.
Buy things when they're very, very high.
Yeah.
The whole point is to invest and to build. So
Yes.
you want to, invest when they're like low and then, sell when they're high. Like that's the goal, right?
Yeah. So
for
that's
more longevity.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So how do you monitor what you invest in, and how difficult is it for us to learn, to oversee?
So personally, I don't monitor anything that I'm in right now because I do long-term investments. I just keep my money in my stocks, my stocks account. I do long-term investments with that. In my TFSA and in my RRSP, I kind of just leave it there.
Okay.
And then like when I put it in the first time into my TFSA account and then I looked at it 2 years later, it was like double what I put in before.
And I bet you didn't even realize.
No. Because I never looked at it. I completely forgot about it.
We forgot about that.
We forgot
but
about
I think
it.
that's like such a great point to that. Like it's so funny. Like we're in a culture that we just instant gratification. We just buy.
Yeah.
Sometimes something as simple as just investing in yourself first and putting it aside. You don't even realize you're missing it. You don't even realize you're missing it. Like it could be like, what you spent on Tim Hortons in a week. I don't know. Exactly. Whatever it is, but it's building.
Adds up.
It does add up. It does. It's $25, $10 at a time. That's what it is. If you could change anything about what you have learned or gone through, what would it be and why? Because you're inspiring lots of people. 17, 20, like an entrepreneur and an investor, you have your own venture that we're going to talk about in a minute. Mm-hmm. How would you inspire people?
So what I would change, I wish I knew this sooner.
Okay.
I wish I had more knowledge about it and everything like way sooner, probably by 15 when I first got my job.
Girl.
Because when I got my first job, I could have started putting money away.
You make us all look so bad. I don't know what to tell you right now. But it's amazing. It's amazing. That's good that you have that entrepreneurial mindset. Okay, carry on. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, it's okay. But yeah, I wish I knew it sooner. I wish I was putting money away sooner because I was just spending my money. I would just see my paycheck and I was like, oh, I have money to spend. But if I knew this by the age of 15, I would have opened at least a TFSA account or something and put it in and just let it build.
Let it build and let it grow.
And by now, it would have been way more than it is now.
And then you can take that money and invest it in...
Exactly, in anything else.
Yeah, diversified.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be an account. It could have been anything else.
Because I think that's you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. I think that's another key point. Like these things are very simple, but it takes time, effort, and consistency to do.
Exactly.
You want to diversify so that you kind of have your hands in a lot of pots.
Yeah. Which
are over time, equal to big bucks, which that's what we want.
Different streams of money.
That's it. We are all going through an unprecedented time right now with COVID, so it's amazing that you have this mindset because this is going to help a lot of people. How has the quarantine changed your life? As an entrepreneur, as an investor, as a business person?
So it actually helped with building more knowledge because last quarantine, I actually took time to take a finance course. Really weird. Took it. It was like 3 days. It was 3 days. It kind of taught me what an RSP account is, what a TFSA, what a mutual funds, like everything about those accounts that I had money in that I didn't know what it was. And I just learned about that. And it helped me gain more knowledge. And I just opened up more accounts.
To be able to invest your money. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I did.
But that's absolutely amazing. Now, looking into the future, what is the next opportunity for you that you're excited about pursuing?
So what I'm excited about pursuing is I'm launching a new brand. So I'm trying to get more into more e-commerce. So that's another stream of income.
Is it because of what's happening in the world?
Exactly. So, everybody knows what's happening. People are losing their jobs and everything. Online, people are buying stuff constantly.
Yeah,
so
true.
by
Lockdown,
that, you can't
non-essential.
really... Exactly. You can buy what you consider essential online all the time.
That's true. Very true.
Yeah, so I'm thinking to launch a brand, which I am actually not thinking.
Tell us.
So it's called Confidential with a K.
Confidential with a K. Like
yes,
Kimmy.
Exactly. I'm going to make a more personal brand to Kim.
Yes, I love that.
And it's just going to be things that I personally like myself that I'm going to put out there.
Now, how did you get interested in that? Because that is like a type of, entrepreneurial spirit and investing.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different. You're like business now. Creating your own business. How did that all happen?
So it started because I do have my own lash business, and I was like, okay, everyone knows me for my lashes. But what else? Everybody always asks me, oh, Kim, where'd you get your sunglasses? Oh, Kim, where'd you get this? Where'd you get that? So I was like, if I just put everything into one...
Right.
You could just check my website, and there you go.
There you go. I love that. So smart. Oh, my goodness. What was the pivotal moment when you knew this was something that you were committed to? You're like, this is it. This is for me. It feels right. I'm in alignment.
Well, the first time would probably be when I put that money into my TFSA account, and I didn't know what I was doing, and money just kept being taken from every paycheck into that account, and I didn't know what it was. And then I got a letter in the mail, and it was like, oh, this is your login. So I was like, oh, what is this? My mom's like, oh, yeah, you should check if it, grew. And I was like, okay. So I logged in, and I checked, and it was, double from, a year later. And I was like...
You didn't even feel it.
Money into this,
you didn't even feel it.
I didn't even check. I forgot about it. And then the one time I go check, my money was just still moving.
Does your mother have a financial background?
No, she doesn't.
Oh, she doesn't?
She doesn't either.
She's just smart like
you. She just started going into it the same way I did.
I think
she heard from a friend, and then,
It's really, really great. I know for a fact that you will inspire so many people, especially during these times where they're looking for something else to kind of put their focus in, build their money, their financial future, maybe a business, maybe they're entrepreneurs, entrepreneurial spirit. I think it's absolutely fabulous. What was the most shocking experience as an investor and the biggest risk that you took? Because there may be some risk for some people, and that can scare them. Or even failure can scare them. And I want to ask you how you deal with that next.
How do I deal with failure?
Yeah.
So I don't deal with failure. I don't look at anything as failure. I look at everything as an opportunity of learning. So failure to me is like trial and error.
I love it.
Especially when it comes to a brand or your business or something. When it comes to my brand, looking for the right fabric or looking for the right pair of sunglasses or anything, it's all trial and error if you like it or not.
Yeah.
So I don't really think of it I didn't like that fabric, so this is a whole failure. I'm not going to do it anymore. I look at it as okay, I'm just going to keep looking.
Yeah. Until you find something. So what was the most shocking experience or the biggest risk?
The biggest risk that I took was probably starting my lash business, going into it knowing it's a big industry. Everybody is a lash tech nowadays.
I'm not.
A lot of people, a lot of girls are nowadays, especially in Toronto.
Oh, yeah? Okay. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, exactly. So I was going into it, I was like, okay, we'll see how this goes. If I could build a clientele, just like how everyone says, oh, you'll get so much money doing it.
Did you think it was going to be, right away, easy
right
money,
away. Exactly.
lots of clients?
I thought it was going to be easy.
And the reality?
The reality is there are bumpy roads. There are bumpy roads. It takes a while. It took me a year to get a regular clientele. Mm-hmm. It was bumpy, but it's growing.
It's just a part of the risk of the journey, right?
It is.
Not a failure.
No, it's not a failure.
It's just a learning experience, a learning curve. I love that. What is the best thing about what you do, and what is Kim's why?
Kim's why? I would say making my money work for me. I've had more time to myself than me spending in a workplace working all the time. Mm-hmm. And I like the fact that I get to choose when I want to work and working from home, working at my own pace.
Yeah.
I like doing that than going somewhere and then someone telling me what to do and then I'm there all day, stuck there. Yeah. I like that and the fact that I know that there is a stable income that's going to be there even if whatever's happening in this world continues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I was going to ask was not only the best things of what you do and your why, but how do you kind of deal with the people that are hesitant? They're worried, they're nervous. This is totally Greek to them. for lack of a better word, like how do you encourage and inspire those people? Should they start like small? Should they do like maybe the saving portion? Do they put money away? Do they open up a savings account, invest in a stock? What would you say is like the easiest transition for them to just get their toes wet?
Well, I would say keep an open mindset for sure. It is a risk, but there's even like putting away $5 a month, $10 a month, $20. It doesn't have to be big at all.
Yeah.
Opening a TFSA account and then just seeing how your money goes. I think that would be like
could
the
encourage
easiest
people.
step. Yeah.
And just to talk to somebody maybe that, is a bit more versed and educated in the field, they can maybe guide them a little bit better.
Yeah, exactly.
So what advice do you wish you had that you weren't given that you could share with us along this investment entrepreneurial road?
Advice that honestly, take a risk.
Take a risk?
Yes, take a risk. Because if you don't take a risk, you're never going to know.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Exactly. Exactly.
We're hockey people here. I don't know.
Exactly. Honestly, so take a risk and keep an open mindset. Because if you don't keep an open mind, your brain is always just going to think that there's no other way.
So don't worry about failure. It's like a learning experience. Take a little risk, and when you see success, or over time you see success, it'll encourage you to do a little bit more.
Exactly.
Get connected with the right people.
And if you see an opportunity, take it.
Take it.
Yeah.
Take it. I love that. I'm sure you know what my last question is, because my viewers love it, and I'm going to ask, because you've seen the show before, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so what is Kimmy's takeaway?
My takeaways are, let your money work for you and do not work for your money.
And Say it again. Say it again.
And don't take failure as your greatest failure or anything. I would say just take it as a learning opportunity.
I love it.
Yep, and keep an open mind.
That's amazing. Keep an open mind.
Keep an open mind.
That is all the time that we have for today, Kimmy. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for your expertise, and we look forward to your continued success.
Can't wait.
I'm watching you, and I really want you to consider being an entertaining lawyer, like an
entertainment
lawyer, please, because I'm gonna need one, and I really want you to be my attorney.
If you have any criminal charges, let me
know. No. Okay, this might down the rabbit hole. That's all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And until next time, bye.